Everybody would love for the phone to ring in their business, their practice, whatever they do more frequently. And so today I'm going to share with you a strategy. And there's no gimmicks, there's no commands, no tricks. You don't have to subscribe to anything. In fact, it's a strategy I've shared for years at conferences. And it's always been amazing to me how frequently people fail to implement it. And what I found is primarily it's because of that fear of losing out on some piece of business. And what I'm talking about is not just specializing, but defining your market in the smallest possible niche. Now, again, that's difficult for so many because it feels like you're just saying no to so much business. In fact, in our practice, I called it the power of no. My former firm, we owned a wealth management business, which is notoriously competitive. And we were able to create a 100% referral driven practice. And not just referral driven, but did it without needing to continually incentivize clients to send someone to us. Literally create an environment where the phone would just ring. Now that did take time, but we were able to create that dynamic. And why? Because for us, it was the power of no. Being able to say, and I'm going to share the benefits, but by being able to say that no, that doesn't fit our specialty, it has an absolute power. And I have found this works. Well, I've yet to see an industry it doesn't work for. Whatever you do, I all but guarantee you more specialization, defining what you want, who you want to work with in the smallest possible degree has got real power. In fact, I'm going to share a little bit about our chiropractor who's embraced this particular strategy. And they've created such a dynamic practice that not only are they opening multiple offices, but they're actually looking at franchising the model. And why is that? See, what happens is when we define our market that small, when we create the niche that small, it creates this amazing dynamic that your clientele knows how to define you and they want to share your story with others. And here's why. See, your clients like you or they wouldn't be with you. They either like you because of the service you deliver, the price, whatever it is, but there's some reason they like you. But what causes them to want to tell others about what you do? Now, in our case, we specialize by working only with Christians. And whatever your specialty is, when you define it, what happens is, among other things, they know how to define you. They know how to share with others why you specialize and why that is value, in their own words, for their friends. They then want to share with other people who need that specific specialization. They look for the opportunity to share that. And by doing so, it does something else. It actually causes you to stand out in your marketplace. See, the challenge is so often you have clients who are putting your name out there, they are referring you, so why aren't people responding? Well, whatever industry it is, wealth management, real estate agent, accountant, whatever it is, people already know a multitude of people in that industry. So why would I take the time to call you? When you specialize, it causes you to stand out among everyone else in the arena. And it also creates an environment where you can more and more align with their priorities, their needs. You can take your value system and align it with their priorities and their needs. And that continues even as something as black and white as wealth management to create this emotional dynamic that has power, has momentum. And then one other issue is we were able to, and you should be able to, is create a network of specialists to support that. See, when you're that defined, then you begin to find the unique issues, the unique opportunities to support your clients. What are the unique, for us, our clientele was very charitably minded. What were the unique ways we could bring true value-added services to support them through a network of specialists? But finally, how do you communicate that? And this is where the real power of specialization comes from. You have to find a way to create a compelling story. Now, for us, we did call it, literally internally, we called it the power of no, because we found when our clientele knew our niche, which was working with Christians, the power of no made us exclusive, and that created that sense of, I want my friends to work in this exclusive environment. I want people that I care about to work in this environment, to have this kind of service. So, but there are different ways to create that compelling story. So back to our chiropractor fit. It was a completely different situation. So the power of no didn't work for them, but they were able to create literally a tangible sense in the environment that when you walk in the office, they created an environment, and this took time to do, but it literally is all-encompassing environment that even though they don't have to verbally communicate the story, it created an environment that told the story itself. And in doing so, it takes a little bit of time to get momentum, but once the momentum kicks in, it to a degree becomes self-sustaining. And again, they have seen success upon success. So each one needs to define for yourself, what is that very succinct niche? What is it you're bringing to that niche? How can you best serve that niche? And what's the compelling way that you literally can share that story? How you communicate that? What's the way to communicate that for you in your specialty so that it does create that dynamic, and when done successfully, it becomes self-replicating.